Hello and welcome. If you're new here, we're travelling around the coastline of England and Wales by motorcycle. The idea is we're trying to keep as close to the coast as possible. So far we've covered nearly 4,000 miles and we only have England's northwest and the Welsh coast left to do. We left the last episode at Ravenglass, an ancient Roman port on the northwest coast. We get most excited by the more remote and less popular stretches. In this episode, that's exactly what you're going to see. You'll see secretive places you may not have known existed and yet must have fascinating stories to tell. Ride with us and share the experience. Are we going that way?
We are. The directions are taking us that way. Obviously going back just to see a bit of coast that we couldn't get to from the other side.
Yeah. Grocery and provisions. Oh, love it. Every now and again we stumble across a real gem, but for me this one takes the biscuit. I knew this wasn't just some ordinary village store. Nestling in the sleepy backwater village of Waberwaite, this old-fashioned, ordinary-looking shop is the home to R.B. Woodle, one of the oldest family businesses still in existence. The company, currently run by 7th, 8th and 9th generation family members, is renowned for its much-acclaimed traditionally cured hams, bacon and sausages. The shop was opened by Hannah Woodle in 1828. Being recently widowed, she sought to increase her meagre income by curing and processing meats, following traditional local recipes. The business began to prosper, laying the foundations of a very special enterprise, which still flourishes almost 2 centuries later. The family continues to operate from the famous shop, which doubles up as the post office, producing a fine range of hams, bacon and perhaps most importantly the traditional Cumberland sausage. In the late 18th and early 19th centuries, Whitehaven in Cumberland was one of the busiest ports in England. Many new and exotic spices first found their way to our shores via the port, and some became established ingredients in local products, such as the traditional Cumberland sausage. The Woodle family still use the original centuries-old recipe. It's considered to be the most authentic Cumberland sausage and has been granted EU Protected Geographical Indication status, putting it on a par with champagne and cognac. Their meat products were a favourite of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, and in 1990 the Woodles were granted a royal warrant that is displayed on the outside of the shop.
Very pretty.
Yes. Very nice farm.
Yeah.
Oh, donkeys in the field having a lie down. There's the railway bridge.
Well, like we said earlier, it must be a gorgeous railway line to travel along. Fantastic views.
On the right is MOD Eskmeals, a Ministry of Defence facility. They have been conducting artillery testing since 1897.
Ministry of Defence.
During the First World War, 15,000 trials were carried out on field and naval guns at the range. The Second World War brought newer technology and a wider range of guns were tested, including secret work on the first multiple launch rocket systems. Today, it continues the same kind of work, but precise details, shall we say, are not forthcoming.
Keep getting road closed signs,
Yeah.
but we're yet to hit a hard closure.
So we keep going.
So we keep going. They don't encourage people to get out here.
If you've been following the Coast Adventure from the early days, then you'll know we've been through several sensitive operational military sites, often encountering road closures. Although there were several signs suggesting this road was closed, we managed to get through and back to the coast.
Remote place to live, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
That is so gorgeous, isn't it? And usually it's only the locals that know it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Lovely setting with the backdrop of the hills, isn't it?
Yeah. You alright?
All right.
Oh. I gotta say, that is quite an eclectic mix of motorcycles out for a ride. I don't think you could get three much more different motorbikes. Yeah? Is there anything we can do?
I don't know.
Go
So
on.
you kick it over and the little ignition light goes out as soon as it fires and then it dies.
Okay.
So I'm assuming it...
And how did it die? Did it just, were you riding and it just went bang? Or have you stopped and tried to restart?
I stopped and then it kind of stalled and then it won't have a go.
And it's a carb by the looks of it, yeah? Not injection. Because they're pigs if they're warm to restart sometimes. Yeah.
Set off though from just there, so it's
Yeah.
not
Come on. Yeah. Big right. We're gonna leave you guys with it.
Yeah.
All right.
Best
You
of
have-
luck.
You have a good day. Cheers.
Oh. Yeah.
See, he comes down and closes the gate.
Yeah, isn't it gorgeous?
Yeah, he's just up there, sort of with his feet up, isn't he, waiting for the call. So it's another prison, HMP Havig. This has been a journey of prisons and power stations as well, hasn't it?
And rapidly becoming level crossings as well.
This might be the 5th prison we've gone by, because when we returned to the Coast Adventure on the Dartmoor episode, I think episode 3, we went past Dartmoor Prison. And then we've been to Portland, and there are 2 prisons on Portland. And then we went on the east coast near Eastbourne, I think, HMP Ford, or near Bognor Regis, HMP Ford, which was the prison we didn't realise we were camping next door to, and then realised it was notorious for people escaping from.
It must be weird, exploring prisons. And then there was the one in Shepton Mallet that wasn't.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Not functioning as a prison, but we still went round it. Oh, he's got his sheep down, ready for shearing. A bit of explore like we normally do. Is that cells or accommodation? I don't know.
There on the left, yeah, difficult to tell, isn't it? I think cells by the looks of it. There's windows, high fence.
Yeah, lots of barbed wire.
Look at that gate. You can crawl out underneath. Well, crawl out underneath there.
HMP Havig is a men's open prison. It was formerly a military airfield, RAF Milliom, built in 1939 to serve World War II. By 1966, the MOD had agreed to pass the site to the prison department, and in 1967, the first inmates arrived. Inmates were held in the RAF billets, many of which are still used as accommodation today.
And then presumably some of these properties is going to be prison warden accommodation.
Yeah, prison officer accommodation, isn't it?
Yeah.
Look at it. Brookfield Farm Honesty Shop.
Oh. Look what we have stumbled upon. So we're in the little coastal town of village of Haverrigg, where there is a prison and an absolutely gorgeous seafront. Look at that. It's got to be done. like most about this coast adventure is discovering the less well-known places. No amount of research and scanning Google Maps is quite the same as following your nose and exploring. This sleepy stretch of coastline was full of surprises, and the area around Haverrigg and Milliom was no exception. Nestled on the north shore of the River Duddon estuary, these tight-knit communities feel cut off, even from the already isolated surroundings.
There's quite a lot of empty places or run-down places, aren't there? Boarded up places.
Dare I say, part of the charm.
Oh, absolutely, part of the charm. 100% agree. I think this might be Milliom. Is this that railway again?
Yeah.
The bridge this time.
Milliom gets a mention in the Domesday Book of 1086, but the town as we know it today was constructed in 1866. It was built around the ironworks that unfortunately closed in 1968. It has a population of 5,700, half what it was at its height in the 1960s.
Estuary View Escapes.
Port Milliom.
Look at those old cars. Wow.
Car breakers.
Oh. Wow.
I know.
Where did that come from?
Yeah, well, I thought this is something.
Welcome to... Oh, Estuary New Escapes. So... trying to get me bearings. Wow.
Okay, well, Google has rerouted us.
On a road that's not a road. Wow.
Oh dear, not another dodgy byway. You'll have to join us next week to see if we get through. Thanks for watching until the end. Apparently it helps the algorithm, whatever that is. Most of our regulars don't comment. That's okay, but it would be great to hear from you, and we always try to reply. Feel free to share your thoughts and ask questions in the comments down below. Bye for now.
England Coast Path public footpath. Oopsie. There's no one out here, is there?